I think so. It's funny when you started it. Kwansu dudes. Obviously, obviously, if you know, then you realize that we are reviewing
Surf Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas. This movie was a staple of my household when I was a kid. The reviews on it on like Rotten Tomatoes are horrible. Yeah, they're like 20% for critics, 40% for audience. So, you know, in the Rotten Tomatoes world, not a really popular movie. In my world, it was a massively popular movie. We loved this thing. What did you think about Surf Ninjas?
I thought this was a pretty good movie. Even though it had a low budget. Like when they got to like the place where they were supposed to be like princes and stuff. It was very colorful there.
Yeah, which was shot in Thailand.
Yeah, there was a bunch of colors, and it was really nice. I also liked the place like in Hawaii where they filmed the part where they were surfing and stuff. It was pretty there too.
Yeah. They didn't have a whole lot of surfing in it for a movie that was called Surf Ninjas. But they did have some surfing in it. A little bit.
I mean, they got all those people to surf to the
when
other
they made
island.
their own boards and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was also pretty cool. Honestly, this movie was as cool as I remember it being. I thought that Ernie Reyes Jr. was awesome. Rob Schneider he looked old, and he was supposed to be like 19 in it, and he looked like he was 30 or whatever, but it wasn't like horrible. I mean, movies do that all the time, and
really?
He was actually really funny in this movie. I thought that every time he talked, I was laughing.
Yeah, he played a funny role for sure.
Yeah, just a silly, the whole movie was silly. It was ludicrous,
really?
But like you said, it was also colorful.
Yeah.
By the time they went to the to Thailand to shoot things, like it is just a beautiful island. So all the location sets and the shots they had were pretty. The outfits were colorful.
Very.
The
Oh my gosh.
musical aspect of it was fun when they were doing like Baba Ram and all that stuff, and it was just like
That was a funny part where the guy was like,
it was
"What the
funny.
hell
It was
is
like,
this
what
song?"
the hell is going on? And then at the end, he was dancing with them all.
He was like, "Oh, I'll just sing and dance with them too."
Yeah, so it was just basically like a fun movie. Leslie Nielsen was completely ridiculous as the villain, who was just like over the top. Half his face had like this robot thing on it, and you've never seen him in anything else, so that's your first experience with Leslie Nielsen, but he's always ridiculous. But he was totally ridiculous in this movie.
It was very ridiculous seeing him with this half robot thing.
Yeah,
he was just like he was a robot. That's how he
just like yelling incoherently about everything through the whole movie.
Yeah.
I think, who was your favorite character? Because I think I liked like most of the characters in the movie.
You can't make me pick this, but like I liked the cop a good amount. He was funny.
Yeah.
I also liked both of the kids. They were funny too.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Tone Loc was in this movie. Tone Loc was awesome in this movie.
I can't really choose who.
He just has a cool voice. He just sounds like that, man.
Yeah. It was funny when they were going down the hill and he was like,
yeah.
And the kid was just on his back like,
yeah, this movie was so ridiculous. And then it kind of ended up being like supernatural because there was actually kind of like karate powers involved that like made them stronger when they put on their original like warrior armor from being princes and stuff like that. So I thought that was cool. Like there's just a lot of elements of funness to this movie, but the colors, the brightness, even the amateur camera work, which was just kind of like very basic and borderline like B-rated. Even that worked for what they were doing for this movie. Like this movie wasn't meant to be a masterpiece. It was meant to be a fun little piece of 90s cinema that will never die because
where they were kind of just like, oh, let's just make a movie, put a movie together, get someone to
make a crazy
write a script of something that's gonna make people laugh probably.
Yep,
whatever,
they were going for
make
laughs.
funny characters.
And at that
Put it
time,
into a movie.
martial arts was pretty popular, and the martial arts in this were very good. It was Ernie Reyes Jr. and his father, Ernie Reyes Sr., who was my favorite character in the movie, who was Zach, the
Yeah.
uncle, which was technically his father in real life. He was my favorite character in the movie. I liked how he kept like coming in, saving the day, but it was always in like a silly way. He'd be in like a silly costume, or you know, he'd be like washing the windows, and all of a sudden he's saving everyone's life, and you're like, oh, this is funny. Yeah, so I got a good amount of laughs out of this movie. You seem to have gotten a good amount of laughs out of it.
Yeah.
Like, seemed like you enjoyed yourself. So, when you look at the viewing of Surf Ninjas, it was hard for you to pick your favorite character. But what was like your favorite part of the movie? Did you like the action? Did you like the comedy better? What did you like about it? The laughter parts or the like fighting parts?
I think the fighting parts were funny.
They were also funny.
So you can't really choose between both because
No.
most of the fighting parts, there was just a bunch of jokes and laughs and stuff, and it was
Yeah.
just like, okay, well the fighting is funny, and there's also just
Humor
comedy.
So basically, it's hard to delineate.
So
between
it's
the two.
basically like the same, but one has more to it.
Yeah.
You know.
And what you thought had more, the comedy? Like they more tried to make it more funny than more
Yeah.
action. Yeah. And they did a pretty good job because we laughed quite a bit through this movie. Yeah. So when you think about giving it a rating, what do you consider it for a rating? I know when we watched it, you went really high.
10.
You're giving it a 10?
Yeah, because I thought this was good.
Your phone buzzing?
I know. It's probably like my friends or whatever.
Could be mom telling you she's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to check it because we're
10 out of 10.
not finished.
That makes for a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about watching a movie with your kids, this kid gave Surf Ninjas a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's not.
I thought you put it higher when we
I would have given it a 10 when I was your age, all day. I would have given it a 12 out of 10 when I was your age. But I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
So I look at the movies a little bit differently, and, this doesn't have good acting. Well, I'll give it an 8. It's still a fun movie. It just doesn't have good acting. Just, the acting is pretty bad in it, and Leslie Nielsen is just ridiculous in it, and, it was just like a low-budget, hokey movie, but it's fun. It's definitely a fun film. I would highly suggest to watch it. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because she was incredulous about that 7.5. She didn't like it at all. I had to move it up to an 8. I don't want to get my butt kicked later for unknown reasons,
For a low budget movie, I feel like it was definitely okay.
It's a kid's movie. It's more of a kid's movie than an adult movie, like I said. I would have rated it very high when I was your age.
For being low budget, I thought that would be like at least a medium budget, not low.
Yeah, not too low.
That didn't seem like high budget. No, it wasn't high budget. But it didn't seem like a low budget either, in my perspective.
Yeah, they did a good job with what they had. So, Surf Ninjas, we suggest that you watch it. We liked it. Give me 5 on it, kid. All right, you ready to go hang out at Mom's?
Yeah.
All right. You guys have a good night. Afton, you have a good night too. I love you.